Commander Zixtala stared at the holographic display floating above her desk, her four crystalline eyes reflecting the pale blue light of the assignment notice. The words seemed to mock her as she read them for the third time. Congratulations, you're being assigned to work with humans. She had heard the whispers in the corridors of the Galactic Coalition headquarters, the hushed conversations that stopped when she approached, the pitying looks from her colleagues. Everyone knew what a human assignment meant: career suicide. "This has to be a mistake," she muttered, her translator converting her native Velkarian clicks into standard galactic. She activated her communication device and reached out to Admiral Korth, her supervisor. The Admiral's scaled face appeared on the screen, his expression unreadable. "Ah, Zixtala, I assume you've received your new assignment." "Sir, there must be some error. I've had exemplary service records for 12 cycles. My tactical efficiency rating is in the top percentile of the Coalition fleet." "Surely, the assignment stands, Commander." Korth's tone was final. "The human vessel Defiance is conducting deep space reconnaissance in the Kepler 442 system. You'll be serving as Coalition liaison and tactical advisor." Zixtala's mandibles clicked in distress. "But sir, the humans, their reputation precedes them. They're reckless, unpredictable, and they have the highest mission success rate in the Coalition," Korth interrupted. "Despite what you may have heard, Commander, facts are facts. Report to Docking Bay 7 in 2 standard hours." The connection terminated, leaving Zixtala alone with her dread. The Defiance was nothing like the sleek, pristine vessels of the Coalition fleet. Its hull bore scars from countless battles, hastily welded patches, and what appeared to be graffiti in the human writing system. As Zixtala's shuttle approached the docking bay, she noticed crew members in environmental suits, performing repairs on the exterior while the ship was still in flight. "Welcome aboard the Defiance, Commander," greeted Captain Sarah Chun, a human female whose appearance immediately contradicted everything Zixtala had read about their species. Where she expected brutish aggression, she found calm confidence. Where she anticipated chaos, she saw controlled purpose. "Captain Chun," Zixtala replied formally, her translator struggling with the human's rapid speech patterns. "I've been assigned as your Coalition liaison for the reconnaissance mission." Chun's lips curved upward, a human expression Zixtala recognized as friendly rather than threatening. "Great! We can use all the help we can get. Let me show you around." The ship's interior was a maze of jury-rigged systems, exposed conduits, and what humans apparently called duct tape. Yet as they walked, Zixtala noticed something remarkable. Everything worked. Not just worked, but worked efficiently. The humans had taken standard Coalition technology and somehow improved it. "Commander," called out a voice from the engine room. A human male emerged, his hands stained with some form of lubricant. "Lieutenant Rodriguez, Chief Engineer. You hear about the energy output modifications?" "Modifications?" Zixtala's translator nearly glitched on the word. Rodriguez grinned. "Yeah, we boosted the antimatter containment efficiency by about 15%. Had to reroute some power conduits through the waste reclamation system. But hey, it works." Zixtala's training screamed warnings about unauthorized modifications to Coalition technology. "That's highly irregular." "Regular doesn't win wars," Captain Chun said simply. The true test came 3 days later when they encountered the Hegemony Patrol 6 heavily armed ships that had somehow penetrated Coalition space undetected. ZYX single quotes THALA watched in fascination and horror as the humans prepared for battle. There was no panic, no desperate scrambling. Instead, she witnessed something she had never seen in any Coalition vessel. The crew seemed to come alive. "All right, people," Captain Chun's voice carried across the bridge, calm and steady. 6 Hegemony cruisers, outgunned 4-1. Standard. Tuesday, really. The bridge crew actually laughed. Laughed in the face of overwhelming odds. "Rodriguez, I need everything you can give me from those modifications," Chun continued. "You got it, Captain. Fair warning, though, I bypassed 3 safety protocols. I'd be disappointed if you hadn't." Zixtella watched the tactical display as the human ship accelerated directly toward the enemy formation. Every military doctrine she had studied screamed that this was suicide. "Captain," she managed to say, "Coalition protocol dictates that we should retreat and call for reinforcements when facing superior numbers." Chun looked at her with those strange human eyes not the compound, multifaceted organs of most species, but simple, focused instruments that seem to see everything. "Commander, in the time it would take for reinforcements to arrive, those ships could attack a dozen civilian transports. How many innocent lives is protocol worth?" Before Zixtala could answer, the battle began. What followed defied everything she understood about space combat. The humans didn't fight like any species in the coalition. They fought like the ship itself was alive, like every system was an extension of their own bodies. They took damage that should have been crippling and kept fighting. They improvised solutions to problems that shouldn't have had solutions. When their main weapons array was damaged, Rodriguez rerouted power through the navigation deflectors, turning them into improvised particle cannons. When their shields failed, they used the ship's atmosphere as a weapon, venting it at precise moments to confuse enemy sensors. Most remarkably, they never stopped talking to each other. Where other species relied on rigid command structures, the humans shared information, ideas, and encouragement in a constant stream of communication that somehow made them stronger. 40-7 minutes later, 6 hegemony cruisers were destroyed or disabled, and the Defiance limped home with a crew that was bloodied but unbroken. In a report to Admiral Court, Zixtella struggled to find words that would adequately describe what she had witnessed. "The humans," she finally wrote, "do not fight like any other species in the coalition. They do not follow our protocols, our procedures, or our tactical doctrines. They modify our technology in ways that should not work, but somehow do. They take risks that should result in disaster, but instead lead to victory. They are not reckless. They are calculated in their chaos. They are not unpredictable. They are adaptable beyond our comprehension. They do not simply survive impossible odds. They make the impossible possible through sheer force of will and an unshakable belief that there is always another way. Sir, I respectfully request that my assignment to the Defiance be made permanent. I have much to learn from the humans, and perhaps, if I am fortunate, I might teach them something as well. Though honestly, I suspect they could figure it out on their own. They always do." 3 months later, Zixtala received a message from a colleague who had just been assigned to work with humans. The message was brief. "How did you survive it?" Her response was even briefer. "I didn't survive it. I became better because of it." In the margins of her final report, Admiral Korf had written a single note: "Assignment, success. Recommendation? More liaisons to human vessels. They seem to have a positive effect on our people." Below that, in smaller text, "Also, remind engineering to study their modifications. Apparently, duct tape is more versatile than our entire materials science." Division. The humans, it seemed, had taught the galaxy something new once again.